What's up, guys? Back at it with more Jujutsu Kaisen. As always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. That helps out, means a ton. You guys get plenty of fun stuff. But with that being said, we got to get into it because we have to ask the question, how strong is Megumi right now during the Shibuya incident? Two reasons for this. One, we've already been doing videos about how strong is Blank during the Shibuya incident. And two, because, well, Megumi had a fight not too long ago, and that fight was, well, a pretty good fight for him. Granted, he went into that fight with a little bit more damage than Reggie, and Reggie went into that fight with, obviously, a little bit less damage than Megumi. But still, it was a fight that pushed him pretty hard. So, with that being said, exactly where are we going to put him? Well, considering I would say Reggie and Megumi are pretty close to each other in strength level, not too terribly far off. Megumi's obviously going to get the nod, but not by a ton. This was a very good fight. I actually think we can draw a few parallels while making sure to keep in mind the differences between Naobito in Dagon's domain in the Shibuya incident and Reggie in Megumi's domain here in the Culling games. Why? Because, well, they both had a simple domain. Granted, I think one was more defensive type and one, the Falling Blossom, was like specifically for attacking. Either way, both had a simple domain, both stuck inside of a domain, even though one of the domains was incomplete technically. It had a physical wall he just couldn't move past, can't walk through gymnasium walls. Anyway, yeah, those also, we want to look at the fact that they both managed to survive these domains. Granted, they were from different reasons. One of them finding a way to counter the domain, the other one basically holding out until somebody was able to interfere with the domain and they were luckily able to escape. Both of them took damage, pretty obviously, while they were stuck inside of these domains. However, Reggie took less damage than Naobito, who lost an arm. And on top of this, Reggie was not prepared for an incomplete domain. Reggie was actually more well prepared for a fully realized domain with a sure hit effect. That's why he threw up the simple domain and was actually a little bit confident going into that. He was caught off guard by the fact that Megumi's domain was incomplete and had no sure hit effect. He even said that dealing with the increased effectiveness of the curse technique itself, basically a constant barrage of bullshit that's trying to kill you, was kind of worse than dealing with the sure hit effect. He had a plan for the sure hit effect. This was, like I said, a barrage of bullshit trying to kill you. Almost worse. Then when you think of the fact that Reggie was still able to block, defend, and keep his composure, and find a way to win that domain battle. Remember that. Reggie countered Megumi's domain, was about to drop a house on him. And just to clarify real quick, I do want to add, yeah, the Death Swarm, Dagon's domain, or the technique he was using inside of the domain, was also a constant barrage of bullshit trying to kill you, but it was a constant barrage that was able to be countered by a simple domain. Megumi's was a constant barrage that a simple domain did not work on because the domain was incomplete. So yeah, they're both a constant barrage, but you get what I mean. One, you could use the simple domain on, the other, you just couldn't. We also have to keep in mind that yes, Naobito and the others were saved from Dagon by Toji, like they didn't beat Dagon, but he was in there with other people, and he was only getting 70% of the attention from Dagon's domain. The other 30% was for the suit, for Nanami. So yeah, both of them were able to survive for a period of time in another domain expansion. You take all of the other variables into account and it gets a little wonky, but still, that fact is there. And with all the things on the table and looking at all the differences, all the similarities, everything, I don't think Naobito is a very high bar for Reggie to reach. I think it's in reach for Reggie. I think Naobito was stronger. If we saw the two of them 1v1, Naobito back when he had both arms, not right before he died when he only had one. I don't even know how much weaker he was with only one, but either way, it doesn't matter. Yeah, Reggie I don't think is that far off from Naobito. So pretty high up on that special grade 1 spectrum, I think is a good spot for Megumi right now. Yes, he has a domain expansion, but it's not fully realized. He has to use it sparingly and in the right environments, otherwise it will basically be useless and lead to him using up way too much energy for not enough effectiveness. On top of this, he has a very versatile curse technique and he knows how to play his cards right. He doesn't jump the gun, he's very intelligent when he fights, and he doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes. But he just doesn't have that strength, that firepower, that stamina, maybe that reverse curse technique that you really need to really start busting into that special grade tier. So he's got some ways to go. He's got plenty of work to do, but obviously we have seen him climb this ladder extremely fast throughout the series, and he will get to special grade before the end of the series. That I can absolutely promise. But with that being said, I want to know what you guys think. How strong is Megumi? Tell me down in the comments. I see all of them. I respond to pretty much all of them, and I love talking to you guys. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.